What is up, guys? It's been a while. We've had a lot of rain out here in California, and it's been super cold. But as you can see, I got my delivery bag back. Actually, I gotta tuck this in. I might actually cut these off. I don't need these straps. A little dusty. However, I decided now I can start doing some deliveries and see how it goes. But before I do that, I kind of want to go over my whole year with my Ruckus, because I had got this back in January, and I just want to let you guys know what my experience is having a Ruckus. Not only with food deliveries, but with everything else that comes with riding a moped. So let's hop on and get to it. So the first thing I want to talk about is knowing what you're getting into, right? So when I first started last year to get interested in getting a moped, or I don't want to say a motorcycle, I wasn't ready for that. But my interest was getting around in a small bike. I don't know, just something about it just really piqued my interest. So I was looking up YouTube videos on which is the best bike. Then I came across this guy named Wilser who was doing food deliveries. So that also piqued my interest of, oh, okay, I could do deliveries in a moped, and this Ruckus is a cool little bike. At the time, I thought it was legal to have a moped that's under 50 cc's when it's 49 cc's, but apparently not. So later on, I found out, like, oh man, I need to get my M2 or M1 license, because what I thought I was doing was legal, but apparently not. Which, we all learn. We don't know. Kind of want to check this out. Guess I'll go on here. Alright, sorry, I was a little sidetracked over the creek over there. We haven't seen water like that. I mean, that's low from when it stopped raining, but still. Anyways, yeah, so my interest was very piqued, and I was like, I need to find a Ruckus or equivalent. And so I was looking all over, and there was one that I was going to buy for like $2,000, and apparently the guy had already sold it, so that wasn't that was a fail. Let's go ahead and turn around over here. So yeah, know what you're getting into. Once I realized, okay, this is what I want to do, it might not happen, but either way, at least I know I'll be getting a good bike to commute to work to, and my commute to work was 12 miles one way, 12 miles back, taking the streets. Alright, so I would suggest you guys know what you guys are gonna get yourself into, and if it's plan A doesn't work quite as well, at least you have plan B. So knowing what I got into, you would think, oh, you're gonna be saving a lot of gas. Yes, you are. However, you have to invest on equipment. If you decide you want to mod, how much it's gonna cost to mod your moped or your Ruckus, and the apparel. So when I got it in the winter, I knew it was going to be cold, but not as cold. You know, they say however cold it is, if it's 70 degrees outside Fahrenheit and you're riding, it's going to feel like 50 degrees. So it's negative 20 degrees colder. And like even right now, it's I think like 60 degrees. So it feels like 40, and my fingertips are, you know, they're feeling it right now. And then once, you know, it starts warming up in the springtime, you're fine. But then summer comes, then you're going to be hot most of the time when you're at stops. And, you know, you just want to make sure you have the right apparel. Okay? So that's more of costs. I'll get into the gas prices later. Now, going into food delivery, let's pull over right quick. Got all these cars behind me. All right, so going into food delivery, I thought I was gonna be getting orders left and right. So if you're interested in doing food deliveries, make sure you live in a highly populated, dense city or town, or at least an area that you know that people will order food, and you know, I guess where the money's at. That's what I'm trying to say. Because as much as I know where I live right here in San Bernardino, you don't realize how wide open these streets are compared to Los Angeles or San Francisco or Las Vegas, you know, everywhere where it's highly dense, where going the speed limit is, you know, I guess like 30, 40 miles an hour, instead of having to keep up with traffic going 50, 60 miles, even 45. You know, there's people that drive a lot crazier and faster. And that's one lesson I learned. And actually starting tomorrow, I'm going to be heading over to Riverside and trying that out. Now, the other option is to have a second phone and having another food delivery app open and do it both ways. Let's see, gas consumption, it's also great. You know, I've only paid like $5 or $6, I think $7 at most, when gas prices were really high. And that was $7 a week going to work and back. So $14 every 2 weeks. What is that? $27 a month in gas at most. So it's great on gas if you work nearby where you live. And when that now that I'm talking about commuting, you got to remember too, this thing only tops out at 40 miles an hour, not even modded. So you're gonna have to have patience with drivers either tailgating you or trying to keep up with traffic. Most of the time, cars go around you, they don't really tailgate. However, I have had people tailgate me and cut me off, which, you know, that's inevitable because certain people drive like that all the time. And with that comes with safety. You know, you're a small vehicle and you're not as wide, and unless you're wearing bright colors or have a bright colored bike, people are not going to really see you. You know, you're going to kind of blend in with the ground. Like my bike is gray, so it kind of blends in with the pavement. So unless I'm wearing a bright colored jacket or have something to signify, you know, that I'm in front of you or across from you, you know, people are gonna not see you. And I've had a close call before at a intersection, and yeah, that was kind of scary. I was only once though. Let's see. And yeah, most incidents happen at intersections, surprisingly. All right, let's kind of stop but stay on. And it gave me growth to ride a motorcycle. So riding after a couple months, maybe like 3 or 4 months, it wanted me to go faster, and with that I definitely needed my M1 for that. So I ended up taking my class, and you know, it's a safety school. That way you don't have to worry about the driven test at the DMV. And yeah, it definitely helped me learn a lot more in steering, in my turning, you know, what to look out for, just a lot of cool stuff. If you can take the course, I would highly recommend it. Try not to take it in the summer, because I took it in the summer and it was horrible. So I would highly recommend anybody that's ready, wanting to ride a motorcycle, to take that. And with that, I kind of want to also mention what you should be looking to get once you have your Ruckus or moped, if it doesn't come with what I'm gonna say. So one is storage. Main thing you want, at least to start off, is storage. You don't automatically get the underbag, so that costs like around like 30 or 40 bucks last time I checked. I could be wrong though. So I got that, and like I said, when I got this bike, it was in January, so it was still considered winter, and the wind that comes through hits your chest. If you don't have a good jacket that deflects wind, or it's wind resistant, you're gonna feel all that cold hit your chest, and you'll probably get sick. So I learned after a couple weeks to invest on a windshield. I know people think it's tacky, but I love it. It doesn't look too tacky to me. My friend Foreigner has one that's like a smaller one, and his looks cool. I'm not sure how effective his is because it's smaller, but I feel like having a windshield is great. Now I'm also doing my vlogs, food delivery videos, and I won't have wind hit the mic for the most part. It kind of goes over up to my head and up to my helmet. So I would consider getting that. Honestly, this front bag is not necessary. I rarely use it. The only thing I do have to carry it is my lock. And the pegs, it's not as aerodynamic, but it is comfortable to have. That you have to figure out how to do it. I used washers and bike peg, because the holes on the outside or on the frame are big, so you have to get some washers for that and figure that out. Let's see. Speed was another mod. I did upgrade my performance and realized I didn't need to go all out as much as I should have. And I read on the forums to do stage 1, and I ended up buying for stage 2, which was a mistake, but a lesson learned. Definitely update your spark plugs to the faster ones. It's only like $7 or $8, and then try that, and then get the rev limiter disabler. It seems like it's hard, but it's not. And I would just say stop there. Maybe switch out your weights on your variator. Other than that, I realized to leave it mainly stock. And last thing is mainly for the food delivery. Invest on this. It is pricey. It's like about $90. I know it's crazy. You can figure out how to make your own. The hardest part for me, which could have been easy, but I wanted to make sure I got the dimensions right, is this rack. It makes a big difference on price. You can make your own rack and have your own delivery bag on top. I mean, I could have done it, but I didn't want to have any issues, so I just bought the bag and the rack on Amazon. And I would say I kind of made my money back. It all really depends on how much you're working on Uber Eats and how much you're saving, you know, stuff like that. But other than that, let's get going, and I'll talk a little more and we'll finish this up. Alright, that's about it with my Ruckus for a year. What I've learned from it. I hope you guys got some good information from it as well. And have any questions, just always comment, let me know. I know there's improvements that I can do with this. And my final question to myself and to everyone is it worth having a Ruckus now? Yes, I would say definitely. Because if you're getting it to ride on the weekends or just to mess around and have fun, you know, it's always fun to ride around. Driving through the airport. And it all depends what you want to use it for. I've explained what I've used it for, and you know, if it was a bang or a bust on what I'm using it for, I would say it was a bang, because I still get to enjoy riding around. I get to do Uber Eats, make some extra money on the side. Not as much as I want, but you know, and I get to do YouTube. And there's a great community, a great community for it. So overall, I think it was a good investment. All right, let me know if you guys are looking to get a Ruckus this year, or if you have a Ruckus, how do you feel after owning it for more than a year? All right, well, that's it for today, or at least in this video. And I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.